All right, so today I had my scheduled pickup for Azure Standard, and this time I am just picking up a few items to stock up our freezers and our fridge and our snacks. So it's a nice fun haul, not a huge one, but perfect for our family, and I want to share the items, some of my very favorite Azure items with you all today. Okay, so it's a snowy, cold day. I know a lot of you across the country are getting snow. It's winter. Winter's coming and winter's here on the farm. But today, it doesn't matter if it's snowing. Today was our scheduled Azure pickup day, and we have to drive about 50 minutes to our pickup location. And actually, this was the first time that our pickup day and time was delayed by an entire day because of a snowstorm, I believe, in Wyoming. So our pickup was supposed to be yesterday, but it got moved to today. And you guys know, if you've been following our channel for any period of time, that we really appreciate and support Azure and really appreciate them as a company. But you definitely, if you are a customer for Azure Standard, you need to be flexible, because when you're relying on trucking and weather and systems and people, things come up, and it's not just always perfectly accessible to you at whenever you want, like a Walmart or whatever. So we can be flexible, and I was able to change around any scheduling or plans, and instead of picking up yesterday, we picked up today. So Josh went with me, and we were driving in the snow and the cold and all of that. So I wanted to share with you today some of my favorite items from Azure. Today is not a huge stock up from them, but it is a kind of like fill in some gaps in my pantry for this next month of eating at home and different things. So I want to share these products with you. So some of these I've shared before on the channel. You should definitely go back and see my other Azure hauls. I've been really happy overall with all my products, but let's look at what we got today. And we'll start over here. So this is actually a new purchase for me from Azure. I have always bought unsweetened coconut flakes, and one of the ways that we love to use the coconut flakes is in our homemade granola. I mean, and to be honest, we just eat it by itself too because it's so good. But in our homemade granola, which we use Azure's unsweetened cranberries. I think they are sweetened with just fruit juice if I look back. So they are a little sweet, but they're not refined sweeteners. So anyway, we've got the beautiful coconut flakes, and I'm gonna store these in mason jars when I'm done showing this to all of you. I'm gonna put this in some clean, ready to go mason jars, keep critters out of there. So I'm excited, this will last us a long time. These coconut flakes come highly recommended, and I'm excited to try them. But so I got, let me see, I think it's 5 pounds of the unsweetened coconut flakes. Okay, so that's gonna go down in the dry storage area and keep that on hand for, like I said, our homemade granolas. So many store-bought cereals have garbage in them, so if we do still buy them here and there, but if we can avoid it, that's great. And I love the homemade granola that we have. It's so yummy. You guys will have to try it. I know I have a video on it. I'm pretty sure the recipe for that is in the description, but maybe I can remake that so you guys can have an updated version of that. So coconut flakes, and then the fun stuff, coffee. I had not bought my Equal Exchange in a long time. It lasted me quite a while, and so I restocked it. And my favorite blend that they put out, at least available on Azure, is the Organic Mind, Body, and Soul. It's not a real strong coffee, more of like a mild brew, and it's really good. So I got a big stock of this. So I have 10 pounds of my beans that we're gonna also put into mason jars and keep them. I keep this down in the root cellar, and I don't have an issue with moisture in these jars. So we got stocked up on our coffee. I'm gonna keep it whole bean and grind it on demand. And have it ready to go for a while for us. Okay, so then over here, 2 products that we have really enjoyed, specifically Josh and I and some of our older children, is the Nancy's Organic Probiotic Sour Cream and the Organic Nancy's Probiotic Cream Cheese. The sour cream we use obviously in a lot of meals and different things like that, but I also had purchased the Azure French Onion Soup Mix, or maybe it's just called Onion Soup Mix, but I gotta look back. But our French Onion Soup Mix, and you put that mix in here, and it's so good to dip potatoes in or put on top of baked potatoes or crunchy, home fries or whatever. And we go through this pretty quickly. So buying these in bulk, you can buy these just as a single if you're you're not a large family. We're a family of 8, so we go through this stuff pretty quickly. So we like having the sour cream on hand, and I was out completely, so I wanted to restock, so I did. So I got 6 of those and 6 of the cream cheeses. Julianne really loves this cream cheese. It's definitely, if you've never had the probiotic cream cheese, it's a little bit more tangy than a very mild store-bought cream cheese, but I like it. It gives it like a just extra flavor. It's really good, and you can bake with this as well. And so to go along with our cream cheese, I'm so thrilled to have found healthy bagel options for my family just to keep in the freezer. Marie has made homemade bagels. I know Julianne is working on sourdough bagels, and but those things take time. They take a lot of effort, and so it's so nice to have these on hand just for last minute quick meals or quick snacks for the kids. And I mean, I'm just gonna tell you, the ingredients are so clean, and it makes me so happy, which is really hard to find, and the flavor is really good. So we bought the cinnamon raisin, and I have 6 of those that I'm gonna pop into the freezer, and I just store them in the freezer and pull them out one at a time as we need them. And then, so we have the cinnamon raisin, and then we also have the wheat. And I like the wheat because it appeals to my youngins because it doesn't taste real dense and wheat-y, you know, like it tastes like almost like a white flour bagel, but it's wheat, and it's so yummy and so good. So anyway, I highly recommend both of these, and you guys won't be disappointed with that. So I keep these on stock. Since I discovered these, I keep them in the freezer as just a nice quick backup whenever we need it. Okay, coming up here, now this time when I put in my order, Azure did not have the raw milk cheese that I had purchased previously. This is the Sierra Nevada brand, so I'm excited to try this. I mean, it's the same color, looks the same. We'll have to taste it and see what we think. Raw milk, white cheddar, grass-fed, aged over 120 days, and it's organic. So I'm excited to try this one. I believe the Azure one was sold out, the Azure name brand, and this was a little bit more expensive, but I'm gonna try it and see if it can be a good secondary option. And what I'm gonna do with this block of cheese, because it's so large, what I've decided that I like doing is I like cutting off a section and keeping that whole for slicing cheese, you know, and keeping that for whatever, sandwiches, crackers, snacks, stuff like that. But then I like to chunk it up then and shred it and then put it into like serving size bags and put them in the freezer pre-shredded so that they're just ready. And I have had no issue with them clumping. I'm hoping it's the same with this brand of cheese. I don't have to add anything to it, no cornstarch or anything. It just has worked out really nicely. So I'm hoping that is the same with this particular cheese. So I'm gonna give it a try, but I'm gonna process it up, cut it up, shred it up, and get it put away so I don't run the risk of having any of it mold on me. So we really enjoy this cheese, and we've been out of it for a little while, and I filled in some gaps with some Aldi cheeses, but we really like the Azure cheese. Okay. Moving on, another item that I have stocked previously and I am continuing to stock up on is the Pacific Food Organic Cream of Chicken Condensed Soup. I make a homemade condensed soup, and I also, you know, you don't only just have to do homemade. It's nice to have the canned option for a lot of quick, easy recipes. I do my, the series called Cooking from Your Stockpile, using your items that you have at home and creating meals. And having these pre-canned done makes your meal prep so much quicker when you have a few things ready to go. Same thing as like when we can up our own homemade tomato sauce. Having that pre-canned and ready to go is so convenient for quick meals from the items that you have in your stockpile, your root cellar, your freezer, and it makes it for real easy meal preparation. So I stacked up another case on these. We go through it pretty slowly, which it lasts us a while. So, okay, another item that we have purchased before that we ran out of and we wanted to get again are figs. I'm gonna open these up for you too, because we're gonna put these into jars as well. They stay more fresh, when you put them into some clean mason jars and lid them and have them all set. So anyway, because it's such a big portion, what did I buy this time? This is a 5-pound bag of figs, and they are just beautiful. I mean, like, I can smell them. These are, like, in our house, these are snacks. I mean, we sweeten desserts and things with dates and figs, but mostly we buy these for healthy snack options because they are so good. And the only ingredient in this is an organic fig. So it's just really, it's healthy. They're dried so they last a long time. And even I like, as they sit in the fridge, I like that they almost stiffen up a little bit, and they're just such a good, satisfying sweet. Like instead of a dessert, it's a great snack to have in the house. So this will last us a little while. I'm gonna clean out some mason jars and have them ready and fill these up and store them in the fridge downstairs and have them available for yummy snacks. Julianne was like, put this on the list, Mom, I want this. So I did. I'm always happy to buy healthy snacks for the kids. So, all right. Speaking of healthy snacks, we have a new discovery that we really like from Azure, and it's this huge thing. And you would think this would last forever, but it really won't. These are, I believe the official title is Tart Apple Pieces Unsweetened. So these are just what I would assume is like a Granny Smith organic apple, and they, you know, obviously dehydrate them and turn them into delicious little apple chips that don't have any extra sweetener. And I will tell you, I know this thing looks really big. So it's 4 pounds of apple chips, which is a lot of apple chips, and you would think this would last forever, but because all my kids like it, you know, I'll just give Tabitha a little bowl, Jesse a little bowl, and you picture that, like 8 of us eating a little bowl of these. They don't last very long, but they're so good. If you haven't tried these from Azure yet, I don't think you'll be disappointed. They're so good and yummy and healthy, and no additives or extra ingredients, just the tart apple pieces. So it's really good. We've gotten these, I think, one other time. And Julianne and all the kids were like, again, Jules likes to put in her personal orders, but they're like, you gotta stock us up on those apple chips because they're so, so good. So that is my haul today. Like I said, just some fun things to throw into the freezer and the fridge and to have some snacks, some good healthy snacks. So anyway, if you guys have not checked out Azure Standard before, I'll leave a link below and you can shop through that link and check it out. I love that I can go on there and first of all, I know what the company stands for, and I really appreciate all of those things, but I also appreciate that I can find organic, all natural, healthy items and snacks and stuff to put in my freezer, fridge, and pantry that are good for my kids, good for me and my husband, and healthy, and just really great options for your family, especially if you're trying to make an effort to eat more clean and to have more of an all-natural approach to your pantry and your stockpile and all of that. Yes, you're gonna pay more than if you were just buying conventional food, but if you're wanting to go the way of organic and all natural, you're gonna save money doing it through Azure Standard. So definitely check out the link below and check out all, I mean, there's so many products for you to check out. Bath and Body, frozen goods, shelf goods, fresh fruit, fresh veggies. Yeah, go check it out. And almost everything that I have bought, we have repurchased. So everything has been really high quality and great customer service. So I've been really happy with that so far. So we appreciate you guys. I'm just gonna be sharing these basic grocery hauls with you. If you're new to the channel, that's one of the things that we do here. We're a family farm and just raising our kids and our family here, living the best life on our homestead and just sharing life with all of you. So please hit that subscribe button. We appreciate that you're part of the Heartway Farms family, and we'll see you all soon.